Okay, thank you, honey. My name is Rich, Sherry's husband, obviously, and I'm just going to share the Nerium story from my perspective because I am still pinching myself. I can't believe this is happening. I just am flabbergasted and amazed at what has happened. And to give you a little background, Sherry and I are both from North Dakota. I grew up on a small farm north of Regent, North Dakota with less than 200 people in it. Sherry was a city girl from Washburn, North Dakota, population 1,000. We started dating in the 80s. We got married in 1990. We moved to Missouri. We both went to graduate school at the University of Central Missouri. Sherry got a master's in speech therapy. I got my master's in exercise science. We kind of bounced around for several years coaching at different universities. Both our kids were born in Missouri. And then in 1996, we decided to move to Bemidji, Minnesota. So as New Year's kind of came around this year, we've been here 17 years now, we found ourselves in a very good place. We love Bemidji. Bemidji's our home. We love the quality of life. We don't want to live anywhere else. And we've been very, very blessed. We have 2 kids. One's a senior in college, ready to graduate, and one is a senior in high school, ready to go out the door. And so we're heading towards empty nest, and very, very blessed. Good jobs, good quality of life, with almost no wants. And not once did we ever sit down together as a couple and say, you know, we need more money. One of us should go out and get a job. We need extra income. Never ever came up. Not once did Sherry say, you know what, I wish I had an iPad for home. She already had one from work. I already have one from work. Sherry bought a 2009 Toyota Venza. Loves that car. Loves that car. Loves that car. She tells me over and over, I love my car. I love my car start. I love my car. I love my car start. Not once did she ever say, I wish I could drive a Lexus. None of those things ever came up. But one thing she does like to do is to go out and have lunch. And when Brenda called around Christmas time, as soon as it's just typical in our house, teachers. And as soon as we get a break, Sherry is going to have lunch the day after school got out, and then she has the day after school got out, and the day after that. She's got lunch pan. So she's going to go out and have lunch with Brenda. She comes back, she starts telling me about, Brenda's really excited about this facial cream or whatever, and she wants me to try it, and I need to try it. I'm blotchy, I'm tired of my skin, my eyes are so sensitive, I can't get long eyelashes because of my sensitive eyes, and blah, blah, blah. I need to try this. Yes, dear. Okay? So she just said, well, I'm gonna try this, and then, I don't know if any of you are married in here, and maybe if you have skeptical husbands, but I'm the skeptical husband. So my first question, or maybe not the first one, was, well, how much is it? And I was weird. Jeff Olson's talking about how cheap it is. I don't think it's that cheap. I was like, what? $80 a month? Yeah, So of course, as a skeptical husband, I went, okay, well, if you think it will help out, or just try it, okay, we'll give it a whirl. So anyway, that's how it all started. Again, no idea what we were getting into. In January, we had recruiting weekends. We have recruits on campus. I coach football at Bemidji State. I'm sorry I didn't tell everybody that, but I coach football at Bemidji State University. I also teach in the physical education department, and I'm also an online teacher, which, by the way, I'm always on the computer. I'm dialed in. I'm connected. I'm always on there. I have a minor in computer science, and I'm kind of a geek. And with Nerium, their resources online are off the chart. They are first class. Anything you want is right there on the computer. It is amazing. Anything. You don't have to call anybody. You can just sit down by yourself with a cup of coffee, and you can learn everything about the program right there on the computer. Okay, but let's go on. So we have recruits on campus. We get done eating supper. We're walking over to the basketball arena to take in a basketball game, and I looked at Sherry, and I was like, dang. I go, you look great. She was just glowing. Her face was just radiant. I was like, It's my wife right there. And you know, she was like, oh, well, thank you, you know, and I go, no, really, you really look great. You're like glowing, you know. It's like, are you pregnant or, you know, type of deal? And, you know, and so she's like, well, I think it's the Nerium. And I'm like, well, I don't know whatever it is, but your skin looks great, you look great, and so on. And then, of course, I was still kind of thinking about that $80 a month coming in, and so on. And Sherry said, well, you know, look, if I can get 3 people under me, then I can get my product for free. I'm like, well, do it. Great, you got this great product, we can get it for free. How can we go wrong? Go for it. Well, then she, you know, she started doing that, and then she didn't have enough Nerium around to give to people. Everybody wanted to sample it, and so she goes, you know, Brenda really wants me to join the company and get started. And I'm like, well, okay, what does that entail? Well, $500. And here we go again. Like, oh. She goes, but I really think I need to, and I like the product, and it makes me feel so good. And I'm like, okay. Then I called Brenda. I know Brenda from way back in Cass Lake days when they used to teach together. And I said, Brenda, you know, I know my wife. She's type B. She doesn't have a salesman's bone in her body, just like they said on the screen. Nobody likes to sell. She just wants to sit on the couch, read a magazine, and this isn't going to work, okay? And you got her into this, or you know. So I go, you've got to keep her motivated, because this is going to be like Mary Kay, or like the one day Sherry came home with a book on Spanish. She goes, hey, Rich, I'm going to teach the kids Spanish. Like, Sherry, do you know any Spanish? No, I'm going to teach the kids Spanish. Well, anyway, that book just went in the basket, and that was that, you know. There was no, and I was like, oh, dear. Okay, so I'm on Brenda. You got to stay on her. Okay, now here's what happened. Within, 10 days, Sherry announced to me that I have 3 preferred customers. I get my product for free. I was like, okay, now we're talking. And then less than a week or 2 later, she's like, well, I think Nerium just sent me some money. I'm like, well, we can stop right now. We can stop right now, and I'm happy. And then, a couple weeks later, an iPad came in the mail. I was like, no way. No, this is not happening. You already got one? Here it is. You know, it's like you could touch it. You could see it. It's like, this is really happening. Then, one night, she said, Rich, Brenda and Pam are getting a Lexus. And I said, no offense, Brenda Solheim? Did I say it like 3 times? I go, our Brenda? A Lexus. And I refused to believe it. I almost did. I was like, well, that can't happen. And then, I'll never forget the night. We're sitting on the couch, and these 2 are talking, and Sherry hangs up the phone, and she goes, I just got the phone with Brenda, and I think our Lexus qualified. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. You know, you never gave up your job. You didn't devote yourself full time, 100%. You're not working like a dog. How is this happening? You know, I just don't get it. I don't understand. I've worked for 25 years coaching college football. I've never even had a bonus. I've never gotten an extra car bonus or anything. You what? And I still didn't believe it until she's, well, I guess I'm going down to cities and we're talking about cars and we got to go pick out a Lexus. I don't even know how to spell Lexus. I don't know what kind of cars they were. And it really happened. And it really happened. So, being a former math teacher, I'm a little on the analytical side, and I started thinking, well, how did this happen? You know, because this is just too good to be true. So I started to analyze things, and I think, in my opinion, I know why it's working. I mean, it is a great product, without a doubt. It's a great product, and I do use it, and I do like it. And it freaked me out at first because my face tightened up, and I thought it was like a mask. And then it just went away, and now it makes me feel all soft like a baby's butt, and I like it. Okay, but why is this happening, and how is this happening? Because things like this don't happen. We weren't looking for anything, and it happened. And I get it because I'm a coach. And one of the reasons I love my job is because as a coach, everything's about teamwork. It's all about teamwork. There's no individuals. We can't have any success individually. And everything that we do is we work like dogs for the team. Nobody's working for themselves. We're all working to help each other out. The coaches are working to help each other out. We try to help those kids. Those kids are working together to make the team better. If you're not a team player, you're out. You don't last. You just go the wayside. But everybody works together to help each other out, so everybody has success. I could go on and on and on, but two things. At the end of football games at home, when we win a football game, we get together as a team and we sing the Beaver Fight song in the locker room. And it's awesome. Nobody can sing. We just shout. We just scream. And we scream the fight song. Then we break out of the locker room up over there in the Chet Anderson field, and we go out on the field, and everybody stands around, and Sherry comes over, and the wives hug, and the girlfriends come, and the moms come, and then everybody stays on the field, and they just bask. I mean, we all just bask in the pure happiness of winning and together as a team. Now, most people don't ever get to experience that. I get to experience that every day. It's just part of my job, and I take it for granted. But most people, including Sherry, and you don't get to do that. You go to your job and you go home and stuff like that, but it's so fulfilling. And we just sit out there and just watch everybody just relish in the team victory. And it's not only the players and the coaches and the wives, it's the parents and the girlfriends and their friends and the alumni and the teachers and the community. And everybody gets to enjoy that wonderful success that you have when you work together as a team and make it all happen. We talk to our kids all the time about, Bemidji State football is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you. You don't get it because they all think it's about them when they come in as freshmen. But when they graduate, they kind of get it a little bit. They represent that jersey on their number, which is them, but we try to tell them all the time, it's you're representing your family, your teammates, your coaches, the community of Bemidji, all the alumni. Can you imagine? I always tell them, you get to put on that green and white, you're representing all the alumni. And they all get to enjoy that when we have success, because we represent all that. So anyway, with that being said, that's what happened. Sherry just got involved with Brenda's team and the local team here. This local Bemidji team is just phenomenal. I've never heard any of the team members, and again, I know Brenda, and I know Leslie, and Joanne, and I know everybody that's got a car. I know all you guys. It's just like, you love cars. It's crazy. Nobody ever talks about how can we make more money. All I ever hear them say is, how can I help out my team? How can I help out my team? Every single one of them is, I got to help my team. Brenda did many wonderful things for us, and all of a sudden, all this stuff just happened. Because she's doing something not for herself, but for others. And I think that's really kind of what it's all about, and being a part of a team. This team is phenomenal. And they all want to help each other out. And they all are working together to help each other out. And that's what's really amazing. They say that the true meaning of life is altruism when you serve a higher purpose other than yourself. And I see that, and I see it right here. That's why it works, and I can't believe it. I still can't believe what's going on here. Maybe Nerium is Facebook, Twitter, Google, Apple Computer. What if it is? What if it is? We're on it right now. It's amazing. Now, we could quit Nerium today, and again, if Nerium just shut its doors, they called us tomorrow and said we're done, I'd say, oh, that was great. That was awesome. Wasn't that crazy? And we could get out of it right now and be happy, but you know what? That'd be very narrow-minded, shallow, small thinking. And Bemidji is full of that. We have a lot of cave people in Bemidji. Citizens against virtually everything, right? Yeah, they are. But what I'm saying is we've got a great opportunity here, and it's right there. And we're happy. Like I said, we could just live our life the way we've been living it from here on out, and life would be great, and it wouldn't skip a beat. But if we jump on this opportunity and get part of it and become a great team and help each other out, look where this thing can go. And the true success is not going to be that I have a this and a this and a that, and we have extra money and we got a college fund for our kids now. The greatest thing in the world is going to be if 5 or 10 years from now we can say, look at what they have because of us, and look what they have because of us, and they paid off their debt because they're part of our team, and they got a new car and they got to do that. That's what it's really going to be all about. And then that's going to be the greatest thing about Nerium. That's all I have.